We haven't solved your problem yet.
I came in with hats, not a problem.
Oh, you mean your wife's making you go someplace you don't want to go, and she's starting to wear men's clothes, and you're telling us you don't have a problem?
The problem is, up until yesterday, I don't think she ever told me we're going to a fundraiser.
That's a woman for you.
And the crazy thing is, she tells me she said it 3 times, and I know she didn't.
Women like to control men, and they do it by confusing them.
Oh, don't listen to that old windbag. Listen, I was married for 45 years, and the one thing I learned was that men and women are different.
Took him 45 years to figure that out.
Oh, all I'm saying is that women are subtle. Your wife probably told you about this evening in her own way.
No, absolutely not. If she'd told me, I would have remembered that.
Oh, think. She never said anything about a fundraiser?
No. She said, I'm a dry cleaner tuxedo and something about Saturday hors d'oeuvres. That was it.
But I mean, written something down on a paper, calendar.
Oh, our calendar circled on Saturday, but all she wrote was fur raisins.
For raisin?
Yeah, fur raisins.
For raisin. Could that be fundraiser?
Oh, no.
Do you think that Tim is a good listener?
Yes, I think Tim is a very good listener.
But does he understand everything you say?
I think Tim is a very good listener.
Well, I don't think he listens to me at all. I told him about this event that we're going to 3 times, and he acts like I never said anything. I don't know how I could have been clearer. I told him I was getting his tux cleaned. I told him about the hors d'oeuvres we were having Saturday night. I even circled it on the calendar. I did practically everything except sit him down and say, Tim, we are going to a fundraiser Saturday night. Oh my God, I never did that. Oh, man. I can't believe it. All of this arguing, and he was right. Oh, no, I feel terrible. This is all my fault. Well, I should apologize to him. Thank you, Wilson. You've really been a big help.
Somehow it's always easier with Jill.
Oh, honey, I'm so glad you're home. I've got to tell you something.
I've got something real important to tell you.
Well, you should let me go first.
No, please, let me. Come on.
Oh, all right.
I realized today that you probably did tell me about this fundraiser. You didn't come right out and tell me, but in your subtle way you said it 2 or 3 times anyway. And when I'm not interested in something, I don't pay attention. It's my fault. I'm sorry, and I apologize.
Oh, thank you, sweetie.
We'll have a good time. Now, what were you going to tell me?
Nothing.
Hey, look who's here. I thought you had an event to go to.
Well, my wife and I communicated and compromised and decided to spend half the night at the fundraiser and the other half the night with you fellas.
All right. I'm glad to see that the 2 of you work things out.
Well, I don't know how we worked things out. I apologized. I just don't think I'm ever going to figure her out.
Don't. You know, I was married to Tildy for 45 years. And this woman, God rest her soul, used to drive me absolutely crazy. She had these ugly little porcelain cats that she used to love to line up on a windowsill. And every day for 45 years, I used to take those cats off the windowsill and put them in a cupboard. And every day for 45 years, she'd take them out of the cupboard and put them back.
Where are they now?
On a windowsill.
Didn't throw them out?
What for? You know, you don't have to understand a woman. All you gotta do is love her.
Now somebody's, when we started this channel, Jay and I, we had a thing where we said marriage is not a fairy tale, and that is correct. Now, starting with me towards the end of the clip, where the man said for 45 years, he took down the cats or whatever it was, I literally just watched it and can't remember, and his wife will put him back on for 45 years, drove him crazy. But nonetheless, if you're with a partner and you have something that drives you crazy, is it still something you can live with for the rest of your life, for your marriage? Now, with this clip, they were both wrong in essence, but Jill was really wrong because she didn't communicate with Tim. As she said, she didn't flat out just tell him what was going on. And as the men told Tim, that there was a subtle way she went about it. And Tim did cop to the fact that if he's not interested in it, then he's not going to pay attention all that much. And I understand that. I've done that before. My wife has told me a couple of things, and in one ear and some out the other, but that's on me, okay? Because I should have paid absolute attention to her and what she's telling me. Even if I don't agree with it, even if I don't like it, hey, let me try to retain as much as possible. She's trying to tell me something, and maybe if you don't pay attention, it'll come to bite you in the butt. And that's what happened here. What matters is, like the man said, don't try to understand your partner. Whether it's you or your spouse, at the end of it all, just love each other, because that's really what you're going to the altar for. Or even if you're in a relationship, getting to that process, you're just both of you together. If you two could just be together, look in each other's eyes, and still love each other at the end of it all, that's what truly matters. And by the way, I would kill to have a neighbor like Wilson. Maybe my marriage would be run a little smoother, but that would be great to have that kind of neighbor.
Okay, let me start off with what I don't like about this clip, and it was Jill's part. I don't like how she let Tim, apologize and show how he was wrong in the matter, but she didn't do the exact same thing. That bothered me, where you were partly wrong as well, but you couldn't admit it. I didn't like that part of it. And what I like to stress is, and Mafuchi's, he always I say this, it's not about communication, it's effective communication. Because if she would have did her part and says directly out point blank, there's a fundraiser, it's this day, we're going X, Y, and Z, right? But no, you give hints. I don't want to say she was passive aggressive, but you're not upfront. Men are not mind readers. We're not going to read your mind. You need to be point blank forward with us. Be very frank. And that's what I tell my wife, is like, if you need to tell me something, don't do parables. Don't be Jesus. Tell me exactly what you want me to hear. Because this reminds me of a situation we had recently where she sent me a clip of something she probably thought we can watch together. And she knew I would be interested in it. So this was 3 weeks or some time. And I was like, she never said anything. So I'm going to go watch it, right? So she catches me watching it, and then she says, I thought we were going to watch that together. I'm like, you never said anything that you wanted to watch it together. So we both are assuming certain things and not communicating directly. Based on the video, it's a lengthy video, and my wife, she has a busy schedule. So I'm thinking, okay, if you want to watch it together, we can either sit down, maybe watch 15 minutes here, 20 minutes here, until we get through the video. And we have this discussion in front of our daughter too, because they always say kids don't know how to have arguments or discussions because they never see their parents go through anything. Granted, it wasn't a yelling debate or anything. It was more of like I thought we were doing this, I thought we were not doing this type of thing. So that's what this kind of clip reminds me of, is like, just be very upfront of intentions, of plans, because they were both wrong in this instance. But I like how Tim confessed up to it and like, hey, you probably told me this, I wasn't paying attention. But I did not like how she didn't say the same thing back to him. I danced around it, gave you hints, but I didn't tell you directly. That's the part I didn't like. That bothered me a lot about this clip.